Hi, this is IK. Welcome to the developer. You are a React Redux architect. Part 9. Topic: Edit post form. Here it is. Post. Add new post. Post list. Here is a view post. It is single post page, and in that single post page, news is edit post, and click on edit post. We have a form for edit post. I'm going to change title and content. Save post, and here is visible changing text. Here is a web address important. Look at posts. View post, single post page. There is a parameter is post/2. And edit post, parameter is, web address is edit post / parameter is 2, again 2. Again changing. Look at now is edit post /2, parameter 2. Now save post, post/2. Always is same parameter, same post, but it is important that after save, after edit and click on save post, we have address of single post page. Same address, single post page. And we will see in coding how we create create that address what was in history or in new router 6. It is hook use navigate. Here we use router 5 version, and because it is not important now, it is video of series of video is not is about Redux React, and about router 6 series of video was before, and we use here router 5, and because of that we use history hook. Use history hook use history give us possibility to create web address what we want, and here we want address of single post page, and we see that that single post page, that post, concretely post, is changed. Of course, changing is it is mutate by immutable kind. It is behind of all that. We will see that in our script. Here is edit post. Here is save post. For create this, we must coding in a 4.js document. I said JS document, but don't said component, JS component or React component, because one of that document is post slice. Post slice.js is about Redux. It is not component. It is a React component. It is Redux. it is possible coding that Redux by import Redux toolkit. It is the newest method of create Redux. Let's go first and go back to edit post form. It is edit post form what we see, and I like to communicate with you and said what I thinking when I have task to create form edit. At first, I must have link on single page. Here is a single page post, and I want on that post, single page post, I must create edit post link to go on separate page edit form, edit post form. Okay. At first create that link. Okay, we can. I first speak about code, what I must code, and after that go and coding that. Okay, I need edit post, and that edit post, when I click on edit post, must be same ID of post ID, because here in single post page we have concretely post, and we have all his field. Post is object have properties, and all its properties we have in single page, and we take it and we take post ID. It is possible, it is exist, and give that child link. This link is a child on a single post page. Single post page is parent of link, and we incorporate here link, and link is a child, React element child, and because parent component single post page, there is a post ID, we create a web address, and in that link we have concretely post ID. Let's go look at this moment on the code. Single post page. Here it is. Single post page. We must import link. It is now first time we have first link on this page. Import link. And go here and incorporate it in. You look at this is include that in our visible part. You see return, and here is a visible part, and that visible part there is a link. Link is a React element. Here that link is a child of single post page. Look at here, there is a post, there is a post ID. It was all before we need find method of array post, and we find post, and we have all about that post. We have a post title, user ID is post user, there is a child post author, time ago, reaction buttons, and now there is a child link. All that are post all that are React element, and there are and they have properties. They are object and they have properties, and the value of that properties of that props coming from parent. It is a state of parent. It is look at coming from parent's component. And here is we create link props 2 in curly brackets. We have we write link edit post slash dollar curly brackets post ID. Dollar is in front of variable. It is now variable post ID, but curly brackets is because that variable, all that variable declare before and coming here from parents. And post ID, of course, it is ID is variable. Post.id would be 1, 2, 3, etc., or other ID of post. And class name button. It is edit post. It is backstick, yeah, of course, and we have a template literal. It is fix compact text, compact string with variable. It is compact. And here is concretely value what coming from parents. It would be post ID what of that single post page, or that single post, concretely value. But for possibility to create link like this, we don't need it. We have not CSS here. Don't use. For create link edit post slash post.id, concretely value, we must have a root. Every link must have root before. And it is app.js where we create root. App.js. And I can show that it is I control here import link and coding link. It is a single post page. Finished. It is all what we need in single post. Now app.js. I said that we must intervene. We must touch add coding in add scripting in 4 JS documents. 3 of that is React component, and the 4th is Redux post slice about Redux. Okay, app.js root. App.js, here it is. Import edit. When we create edit form, we must input edit form, edit post form, because we need that in root, and create this root. Path root is React element. Root is a child of app.js, and root received value of properties received from parent component. It is app, and here it is coming from parent. Props component equal in curly brackets because it is existing edit post form, and here it is. Import edit post form. It is import in parent, and from parent it is here as value of this component props. It is props properties of object root. Root, it is router 5, I said before, because topic of this series of video is Redux about router 6, the newest version. I created before series of video. And look at path. We created what we want name. We created a descriptive name, edit post, and slash column post ID. It is a variable. It is a variable that post ID, column post ID, and it is a syntax for create coding, scripting path post ID. And again, on single post page, we have concretely value. In single post page, we have edit post, we must have that part, but $post ID, it is concretely value what coming from parent single post. It's all 2 pages finished. Single post and app.js. Look at post slides, because edit post form. Let's go to C. Edit post form. Click here. Edit post form. We must we can change, we can edit our post, and we edit title and content here. And at first we must, for that form, there is element as a single post, yeah, because we must use a web address, and from that web address params, match.params, take post about what post we talk. It would be post ID. And when we have that post, we must use a selector and bring all posts and method find to find the post who satisfy condition parameter from web address, in concretely situation it is number 2, equal post.id. After we know about what post we speak, we must create input for title, input box, it is HTML input box, and text area for content. But inside input and inside text area must be text, must be existing actually title and content. And we can now intervene in that input and text area and mutate, to change that text. And after changing, when we change that on change, it is event on change. It was when we after use state. After use state, when we get out with our cursor from input or get out from text area, in that moment is on change, and in that moment is activate use state, and in that moment we have a change finished. And now we must click, if we want click to save post. Save post calling dispatch. Calling dispatch and calling update post. Update post is reducer and action creator. And reducer and action creator update post, we must create code script on post slice. This my talking, you listen more times, but without pen and hand and paper, I don't know, many of you is millennium, and maybe you have experienced memory and connect all what I said, have in your memory and very fast you do it. But I, from my child, from first class of my life in the school, I learned on pen and hand. And because of that, all what I spoke, you must, I must make note on paper, and after that go and script it. Okay, we solve 2 pages, and now we go in post slice, and edit post form I rest for last, because in edit post form we have a lot of job, and we have all what Redux offer us. We have use selector, we have dispatch, and we have local mutate, hook for local mutate. It is use state. There is all complete Redux and complete local mutate variable. Let's go to post slice, because it is shorter. About post slice. Here it is, post update. We have before post edit, and we have reaction edit, and now we have post update. Post update is name for action creator. Name for reducer is here, combination. It would be this part, post s, and this part, reducer. And because of that, is not post update reducer, but have elements for reducer, because every reducer have 2 input, state and action. State and action. And state and action here, people can think that that post update is a reducer because there is a 2 parameter stated action, but not. Post update is action creator, but here there is it is here a function, post update function with 2 parameter, and action give us all data about news. Who news, when, who changes, what is new value, and it is action, but state is original state, and we will see how we change that here. But before that, I want to show you store, and here is post reducer. You never write that name. You write that here, but there is no before on other document concretely post reducer name or user reducer name. No, you first time write post reducer here, and but it is because of this we import post reducer from post slice, but there in post slice there is no something exactly writing post reducer. All that work for us, do for us toolkits, Redux toolkits, and that Redux toolkits, all its possibility, all its features, all its help, give us by post slice, and in other place for users slice. Go back to post slice, post slice. React is need some time to understand. I hope that people who get first time in programming from other profession can go faster ahead because they don't know nothing about kind of programming before, about object programming, about PHP, about JavaScript version 5, or other programming language. And they button start point is here. And it is first kind of programming. Okay, and I try to be clear, to describe, to explain that totally beginner. But also, maybe I help a lot people who know programming until now. What confusing in React? I said confusing that we don't see post reducer. He take it from this post and capital letter reducer. He connected for us. It is reducer. Reducing. There is 2 input and 1 output. It is reduce from 2 to 1, from 2 input to 1 input. Reducer one input is a state, and the second input is action. State is original state, something what exists. And action, there is a type of action and there is a payload. Payload is a new value with what we must some do in about state. It is not new state. It is changing actual state. For example, now when we edit one post, we change that post. But when we adding one post, you changing post list, you changing all posts, and it is how you change it. You add, you push new post in array. Array can receive new members by push. And here, what will be here? Here we edit one post and we must save that new value title and that new value of only that concretely post and change that concretely post. It is not push new post, but change concretely post. Okay, let's go to C. Post update, there is a state and action. State is original state. And now we declare what we need. We declare what we need for payload. We need ID, title, and content. It is title and content we change, but which post we change? ID. Because of that must here be ID. It will be no problems have ID because it is in web address and we have that. Title and content we have also, and use state we use for mutate on immutable kind, title and content. ID here is not for change, it is for navigate to concretely navigate to address of this post. We declare object who have three members, ID, title, three properties, properties ID, title, and properties content. It is object curly brackets here, and value and assign action.payload. It is the structure assigning. The structure assigning. When we left have practically three variables, not one, but three variables in one row. And we will use that variable by name, ID, title, content, very, very simple. The structure assigning. Assign is right side of equation. Left side is declare, what we declare. declare object with 3 properties. Every properties there is a name. That name is descriptive. We give that descriptive name. After that, we declare existing post. It's object existing post, and we find that post. State find. We find that post post.id equal id equal this id. Okay, and if existing post, it is a logical. If it is exist, if it is one exist, if it is true, we have this script existing post.title equal title. This is title, and existing post.content is content. This is mutate kind. What not possible in React, but we can write mutate right here because Redux toolkit, and it is post slice. There is a library Imer, and that library Imer does for us, instead of us, coding, scripting, immutable changing, immutable mutate. That means that that Imer library will copy existing title, and that copy will change with the new title. And also that Imer library will create copy of content, and that copy change with new content. Every action creator define what to do with payload, what will be payload and what to do with payload. Here it is, reaction added. What is payload and what to do with payload. Again, we add by one every button clicking, but it is mutate, not immutable mutate, but mutate changes, mutate. And Imer library will copy original number, copy, and that copy add one. And also look at here. Here is a push. Post added. Push to list of post. Post added. Push list of post. And original state is array of all posts. And that new post will be push. That action payload will be pushed, and list of array of post would be for one post more, and it is that state dot push. It is not possible in React, because it is not immutable kind. It is changing directly state.push. And what Imer library do is copy complete post, list post, post state dot post, posts, copy all, and to that copy add new payload, new post. And in every moment, immutable means that we have original and that we have new state. But I said that I will talk and teach about post slice, user slice, and other slice, about Redux in separate some of next video series. But I all said now also, but I like repeat and repeat because it is like I learn, and because maybe I something forget, maybe I am confused in some moment, and next explanation can be better. But I depend a lot about your comment, about your engagement, and I have liked, I have new subscribers, but I have not comment, and with your comment it would be better and better for me, for you, and for other who coming here. And now, last for this video is edit post form. It is for JS document. It is a React element. We have here use state because we have input box and text area. Input box and text area, we must local, it is a state, there is a state, input state, text area state, and we must change that state locally by immutable kind, and for that we need use state, hook use state. And about use state spoke a lot of in others video. We need import use dispatch and use selector. Look at use state is from React because it is hook function of React, and we need that for change, mutate local state by immutable kind. Import use dispatch and use selector is hooks of React Redux because they connect. They can go, use dispatch go from React to Redux, a use selector go contrary from Redux to React. About them also we spoke a lot of in last video and earlier video, and now I will not talk a lot about that. And import, this is new for us. Use history is a new hook. Hook is removed from router 6, is changed by use navigate. About that in some video, but now use history is a hook, is function, what by aim of it we can write address what we want. Write some address from what we want, and we know what we do and what address we create. But we can create, we can use address. Name history means that that address exists in our project. And here is import post update. It is action creator from post slice. Now we know all about this. And let's go, it is architecture. Developer, you are architect. It is first import. And I spoke of every import. After that, export. Export object edit post form. It is functional component, React component, because this object edit post form equal arrow function. It is functional component. Functional component is all until now. All that is component, and component there is a first part for what is JavaScript only, and after that second part it's a return, and in return we have a JavaScript extension. It is or JavaScript XML. It is mix of JavaScript and HTML. It is for visibility and for feature, for functionality. This upper declaration and manipulation of JavaScript only, we use that here for execution features, for change title content, save button, etc. And look at here. At first we take post ID from web address and declare object edit post form, arrow function. Parameter of arrow function is match. It is object what match parameter from web address. And in body we have a declaration of post ID, and look at match dot params. Match, there is properties object match. There is a properties params, and that properties params has a parameter from web address. Concretely, we see number 2, and post ID is number 2. It is post ID equal to. Now we know post ID and all other. After that, we declare post, object post, by m of use selector, and parameter of use selector is arrow function. Parameter state is of arrow function, and state dot post object state have properties posts. That properties posts is array, and dot find. Find is method of array, and find there is parameter arrow function for parameter, and parameter of arrow function is a singular post, one post. And in body of arrow function we have post.id equal post ID. You remember that post ID. It is from root. It is from root. Here it is. Here it is, post ID. Go back. Edit post form. Here it is, post ID, because it is number 2 in web address. This is concretely post ID. From every post there is ID. And concretely 2 equal to that first post who satisfy that conditions. It is conditions. It is that post. And the method find give us object. Method map give us array. Method find give us object, curly brackets, and properties inside that. And we have complete post after that here in post. And this process is about this part and this. It is for statement. For statement is about use state, is about change title and content, mutate them by immutable kind. And on title changed and on content change, on title change, it is set title. You look at the structure assignment. Look at here, use state. What is initial state? Initial state is post title. It means that exists. Because of that, we see when we open, say, post. Now, when I go edit post, here it is. It is initial value. When we go to add post, it is empty, empty, empty. But when we go to edit, we have title and content. It is because of this use state is function and parameter is post title. Use state and use state again. How many times? Post.content. It is actually initial state, actually state of that post, title and content. And that actually this set title function and set content will change, will mutate by immutable kind. Where? Here. On title change means in a moment when title change, when it is, when we write something, change something and get out with cursor. That moment is new title. Also, when we writing something, content change, some changing, and get out with cursor. It is blur event. That event is finished editing, changing, and that moment activate event target value, that moment we have new value. And it is local mutate. Here is an excellent example on edit form, because we start with existing title and content, and we get out with cursor, and that moment activate set title, set content. Here it is. When I go out, get out, that moment is activate set title. Here it is focus. I change this, and when I get out, that moment is set content. change, mutate this state. And now save post, click on save post. The dispatch method of store take action creator and in post reducer mutate on immutable kind by help of IMER library. Change that post, that concretely post, mutate that concretely post. This two and this two is important here. Here is form and here is input. Form, there is input and text area. You look at on change. On change is event. It is JavaScript event, and it is event blur when we get out with cursor, and that moment activate on title change. And also here on change is text area. Here there is event on change. On change event, JavaScript event, is calling object on content change. It is moment when we get out with our cursor, and that moment on change calling on content change, and that on content change changes change content. Also, in that moment on title changed, change title. In moment when this happen, on change is event get out from inbox, input box, and that is moment on change. And that moment on title change, it is set value. That moment use state, there is a component set state, that moment activate set state, mutate state on immutable kind, local state. And thank you local state, thank you hook, local hook use state, said use dispatch. Use dispatch activate when we click on button, and on state calling on save post click. It is arrow function, logical if title and content exist, dispatch. Dispatch, take it about use state, create, mutate locally. Dispatch take it, and the dispatch take that here in parameter of dispatch function. Dispatch is action creator post updated. We know what will do. It will change by it will get action to reducer, and reducer will change state, will mutate on immutable, will mutate original state. Action creator is function what have for parameter there is ID, post ID, a title is title, content is content. It is just mutate by state, content, title content. You look at title is input and content is text area. Just changed up, and post ID is this post ID from root. This post ID. It is this is post ID, and it is ID from address. It is parameters in address. And after that all, now we have all object what we need for our visual part, for our JavaScript XML. In form, we have two element input. Now we have two element and text area, and third element is a button, save post. I look at why this form must be after button. It works also because it is all calling on click, calling on save post clicked, and it is possible because this object is outside of form, and in Prax we have a button inside form, and what calling that button we write here in form. Now that we calling that object, it is object. What we calling, it is outside of form, and when we call that object do what here it is, and all that title and variable title and variable content are alive outside of form. They alive in all component. Because of that, in this is curly brackets. It is block until here, and all variable exist are live inside that block, because it is like that. This curly brackets is only concretely value. It is value. Title here is value. There is concretely value, content, and this is calling on change. It is calling, curly brackets around this is calling function, is calling object. Calling here, and altogether is this is block of all that, and all variable exist. But what I said, I must see, yes, it is all working okay, correctly, yes. Get back, but I take it back inside of form, better for C, better for C. Impossible, but I said all. I said all. I said all. It's all for now in this video. See you next time. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.